What's up, guys? It's your boy Blu-rayDave back with part 2 of Let's Talk Marvel Studios. So today we're going to be talking about what franchises that directors own. So if you haven't seen part 1, what I was talking about with different franchises owned by different movie companies, please go check that out. So let's get to it. So let's get started with the very first MCU director who directed Marvel's Iron Man's 1 and 2. Yeah, first of all, the first movie I've seen Jon Favreau in was in Elf, but I didn't know who he was at the time until I found out, like, oh, he's the guy, and of course he directed The Jungle Book, but I'm not going to watch that one. It's the real-life one. So when he directed these two, he did such a phenomenal job. And even though he's not the director of, or who owns the franchises anymore, but he's still involved. Like, he's one of the producers. Like, he helps out almost every Marvel movie, guys. So yeah, we could thank him for directing these movies. So, who else got to direct the third one? Oh my gosh, this dude was awesome, and I like the idea that he had like a Christmas theme in here. Shane Black. Iron Man 3 is one of my personal favorites out of the Iron Man trilogy, guys. See, I like, you know, the third movies from the different franchises. Like, I like Iron Man 3, Thor 3, Captain America 3, and Avengers 3. I'm pretty sure I'm going to like Guardians 3 when that comes up. So, after that, I would like to think that the Russo brothers have their hands on the Iron Man franchise now, because we've seen him in Civil War and Infinity War. We'll get to them later. Next is the Incredible Hulk. So the first time we got a French director, and it was like Louis Leterrier. Like I said in the previous video, he was afraid, like they were asking him to make Hulk 2. I wouldn't mind a Hulk 2, but I don't know how it will be directed by this guy. So he loves the Hulk. He knows what the Hulk is, so he made this one come to life, and that's what I like about this movie. I mean, yes, there's like a lot of cameos and Easter eggs and like references to the other Hulks. I never liked Lou Ferrigno's Hulk. Nah. There was one Hulk actor who I think was interesting, but I don't watch the old cartoon. Is the guy really named Stan? Because he makes a good appearance in the movie, and I thought, well, this guy's a really nice old dude. After that, Joss Whedon used him in his first 2 Avengers movies. Of course, Bruce Banner made a little cameo in Iron Man 3 at the end. Next, we have... Let's talk about the Thor franchise now. So, Thor had 3 different directors, and I kind of knew that, but this one was directed by Kenneth Branagh? I don't know, I think the G and H are silent. This guy, he made this film come to life as well. I love the first Thor. This one will be a classic. And then after that, he got replaced with a different director, and it was Alan Taylor. I know some of these directors are not big, like, you don't, man, this serious firepower, like, you don't really hear them a lot. You hear, like, the other ones, you know, that are involved with Marvel or any other movie, and finally, when it came to Thor 3, we have the one and only Taika Waititi. Now, this one, oh my gosh. I don't know, guys. I mean, this would have to be my second favorite Thor movie out of his franchise, just because I love the first Thor, and like I said, that one's always going to be a classic, so don't get me wrong, Thor Ragnarok was funny, but I just loved Thor 1. And I don't know if I've been hearing news lately, like Taika Waititi might direct Guardians of the Galaxy 3. I'm hoping that'll happen because, you know, I love the Guardians personally. we'll get to him later. Next is Captain America, the First Avenger. Now, he was directed by this really awesome old dude, Joe Johnston. Now, if you don't know who he is, he's one of the guys who helped George Lucas with Empire Strikes Back. Like, George was like, okay, Joe Johnston, I need you to help me create Yoda, and then we get Stuart Freeborn, who also helped him create Yoda. But I haven't heard much from Joe Johnston in a while. Is this his last movie to direct? I mean, I love this movie a lot, guys. This one would be a classic, too. I don't know if everybody will remember him from, like, Empire. Like, they probably know him best by that. So, after that, the Russo brothers had their hands on the Captain America series. Let's get to Captain America's 2 and 3 first. So, man, Winter Soldier. I know everybody loves this movie. I love this movie. I mean, people were getting so concerned. I never got concerned, and I never heard about the Russo brothers. They were always like, oh, they're comedy guys. They're not going to make this good. But after they made this, everybody regretted what they said. Like, okay, this film is awesome. And here comes Civil War, another great movie. And there was a truck in the airport battle, and I never heard of this show, but they directed a show, so they thought they would put that truck as a cameo so people will remember. I don't remember personally. Let's get to the Avengers, because there was one movie that the Russo brothers made, but let's get to the other director, Joss Whedon. Now, this was a big risk, honestly, because you know him, like, making the Buffy the Vampire. I'm not watching that, and this caught me by surprise. Like, when I saw, like, the first credits of Toy Story 1, he was involved. I had no idea, guys. So yeah, he took a big risk, and this film worked. So did Age of Ultron that he made. I love this movie a lot. But when it finally came, like when they announced Avengers 3 and 4, he did admit this. He wasn't sure what he was going to do with Thanos or Avengers 3 and 4. So I don't know if he quit or he got fired by Marvel and Disney. But we always counted on the two directors who made Captain America 2 and 3. Yep, the Russo brothers directed Avengers 3, Infinity War. Now, this one took a lot of risks, too. They're also directing number 4 right now, again, because of reshoots, and I think it's a good idea, because if they extended Chris Evans' contract for Captain America, that'd be sweet. So, yeah, like I said, I don't know, like, if the Russo brothers have their hands in the Iron Man franchise now. What else? Yes, they have their hands on the Avengers franchise now, but this is their first time working with Hulk. And Thor, really. And of course the Guardians. And of course James Gunn had to be involved, even though he didn't direct it. And of course we get like Ryan Coogler, who directed Black Panther, which we'll get to a little later. So thank you, the Russo brothers, for making that. Now, let's get to the Guardians franchise. Guys, oh my gosh. James Gunn, he knows what he's doing. He made these movies come to life as well. But I am very disappointed that Disney fired him. All because of these tweets from a long time ago. That was a long time ago, guys. The past is in the past. Just forgive him already and then let him come back. If not, we'll still have Taika Waititi. So, everybody didn't know what the Guardians were until it came out in 2014. Everybody thought, oh, it's not going to work. But after they saw it, again, they regretted saying all the bad stuff. And then, here comes Guardians 2 that came out last summer. That one's success as well. So, I am pretty sad that they fired him. Alright, next we have is Ant-Man, and he's owned by Peyton Reed. Peyton Reed, I never heard of this guy either, but he is so awesome. and he has the Ant-Man franchise. And I don't think he was involved in Civil War because, you know, Ant-Man was in there. Will he be involved in Avengers 4? Who knows, but I'm so excited to get the Blu-ray for Ant-Man and the Wasp. Hopefully Peyton Reed will still keep the franchise. Because, you know, Ant-Man is funny as well. Next up, we have is Doctor Strange. Directed by Scott Derrickson. I never heard of this guy either, but he made this movie so awesome. And now Doctor Strange 2 has been announced, and they're going to start shooting pretty soon. I'm hoping it's the same guy, because he made all the effects awesome, guys. I love that movie. Next is Spider-Man Homecoming. Gosh. Now, hopefully this director will stay too. Okay, so, yes, the Russo brothers in Civil War had their hands on Spider-Man and Black Panther, because, yeah, they had to have those characters in there until they had to find directors, so they found John Watts. This guy is so cool. He's like laid back, and hopefully he'll still be directing the Spider-Man movies for the MCU, because if you remember, we had 2 other directors that still directed the other franchises, like Sam Raimi. He directed Spider-Man's 1, 2, 3. That's Tobey Maguire. And we have Mark Webb for Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man for like 1 and 2. Now that we have John Watts, hopefully he'll still be directing, guys. Don't you think so? Then we'll call this like the John Watts Spider-Man trilogy. And for right now, we got Black Panther. Yeah, so yeah, like I said, the Russo brothers had their hands on him first before they could find a director. And earlier I said Ryan Coogler, like he helped out with Avengers 3, so before Avengers 3, this one came out, and gosh, Ryan Coogler is the best. Hopefully he'll still keep directing them, because he knows what he's doing, and yeah, he's pretty cool. He's pretty much a laid back guy too. I'm sorry, I've been I took my medicine today, but I'm trying not to choke on spit. So yeah, you gotta appreciate this movie, guys. It is so awesome. Alright, that's pretty much what I have to talk about, like, you know, what franchises do these directors have, and yeah, guys, let's just hope, like any other future director still keeps these franchises. I don't know who's directing Captain Marvel at the moment. I mean, if it's a female director, that'd be awesome, because, you know, Captain Marvel is the first female movie, like, lead in this universe, you know? I can't wait for that. Alright, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please make sure to like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already, and if you want me to make a part 3 sometime in the future, let me know. Just give me some ideas. Unless if I can come up with it and I could talk about it, then yeah. Just give me some time, guys. Alright, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for buying me. The Lord be with you guys. Always love you guys. Peace out, guys.